Check, 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 check.
Did you hear anything?
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. High Top Sports Network here, underway in the first quarter. West Shamokin and Conemaugh Township. It is 9-6 right now. Indians on top. We've got a cable here on the camera that's acting up on us, and I'll get that back up as soon as possible. Josh Reckengast with Dave Hartman. Alex Talmadge drives the lane. It's a short little running bank shot to make it 9-8. And we've got a foul off the ball. That's going to be Travis Johns, whistled for the foul. (9-8) here, first quarter, 4:46 left. And apologies again. We'll get this camera up and running here hopefully very, very shortly. And an inside bucket there scored by the Indians. Make it 11-8 now. And a block underneath. Ball pops out to Ezra Osterling. Kick it to Travis Johns. Three-pointer up. Front rim no good. And the ball out of bounds off of the Indians. West Shamokin taking their time with this possession, running through that offense. Well, she's on for the moment, and a backdoor layup there for West Shamokin, going to tie it up at 15 apiece. Get the scoreboard correct for you there. Excuse me, down by 2 are the Wolves. 15-13 Indians on top. And make it 17-13, 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Conemaugh Township, one of the new members of the Heritage Conference. Talmadge gets in and hits the layup. Nice play there by Alex Talmadge to get 2 on the board just before the buzzer. And it is 17-15 Conemaugh Township on top here on High Top Sports Network, thanks to our scoreboard sponsor, Schulteis Roofing Incorporated, the leader in commercial roofing in this region, thanks to Jenny and all the fine folks at Schulteis Roofing Incorporated for their continued sponsorship of High Top Sports Network. We're going to get Dave on here as soon as possible. Dave says he can't hear me. Go ahead and talk, Dave.
Check.
Well, we can hear you, Dave.
Just can't hear myself.
Can't hear yourself. I mean, we got this splitter going here. There might only be sound in one of your ears. We'll try and get Dave going here so he can add his 2 cents. How about now, Dave?
I still can't hear anything.
Well, the Wolves will start out with the ball here. First possession, second quarter. Rogers up 3, back iron, no good. And the rebound there by Colin Dinyar. Rogers comes out of the pile with the takeaway. Swing it to Talmadge. 3-ball up from the wing. It's good. Alex Talmadge feeling it tonight. And he is up to 7 points, and that will put the Wolves up by a point. Nice look, back door, and a good find. And that's going to be Mason Zmarek. And a turnover there off the inbounds by the Wolves, and another quick bucket by Conemaugh Township. Stephen Stango with that one. And a timeout called by West Shamokin head coach Judd McCullough. And while we have a timeout, we'll take a quick timeout here on High Top Sports Network. Thank one of our great sponsors.
Steffi's Country Catering prepares home-style made-from-scratch dishes that will have you convinced Mom made it. Whatever the occasion, Steffi's Country Catering will have you coming back for every event year-round. Find us on Facebook to place an order or to see our Sunday specials, or call 724-54-85047.
Dave, how about now?
I can hear you a little bit.
Why don't you pull that mic up as close as you can to that beautiful face of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, there we go. Rogers, 3-ball corner. It's good. Out of the timeout. Big shot there by Braden Rogers. Tied at 21 apiece now. here in the second quarter, 6:32 to go. Dave's getting her adjusted. He's going reverse there on the headphones
Yeah, how's that?
into the good ear. Can you hear me, Dave?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, try and put that mic as close to your lips as possible. There you go.
All right, how about that?
So tied at 21 apiece here, 6:15 left. And that three ball up by Talmadge, no good. Rebounded by the Indians. And West Shamokin coming into this game, I believe their record is 8-5. Had those Conemaugh Township record up there a little bit ago, but just smacking buttons all over the place here. 10-2 are the Indians. And a missed shot right there. Offensive rebound by the Indians. Up in traffic was Shippey. No good. And out of there again with it. Conemaugh Township, another chance. As Steven Stango came out of there with the ball. That one deflected underneath and up. A tough bucket right there for Mason's Merrick. Rogers, three ball in the corner, back iron, and rebounded. Here they come. Indians pushing. And pull it out. Oh, lost the ball. Couldn't get the handle right there. And that was John Updike losing that one out of bounds.
Still trying to get a little adjusted here.
Yeah, I know. You had to go reverse on the headphones there.
Hey, we manage it.
Whatever works.
That's right. Make do with what you got.
Indeed. Hopefully upgrading some equipment soon as Jude Olinger finishes underneath the hoop and the harm. Ties it back up at 23 apiece. It is not the first quarter. It wouldn't let us adjust that last night for whatever reason. I'm going to try and do it right here while Olinger shoots the free throw. And there we go. We're in the second quarter as Olinger knocks down the freebie, gets the three-point play. And that ball deflected. It's a turnover. And a miss right there. Rebounded by the Indians. Colin Dinyar, excuse me. Oh, nice look. In traffic, Rogers with the rejection. And a foul. Bucket drops. And Dinyar will head to the line for a free throw.
They've been doing a really good job getting the rebounds against West Shamokin.
Yeah, Conemaugh Township, a very good program. As I mentioned, you didn't hear it though.
No.
A new member of the Heritage Conference as Dinyar knocks down the free throw to make it a 2-point game. But a very good program. Been that way for years. And a good addition basketball-wise to this conference. It just seems to keep getting stronger, the Heritage Conference. Rogers going to be open for a three on the corner. Misses again. And good play by Ezra Osterling, popping that ball out to Travis Johns for the offensive rebound, second chance. West Shamokin patiently running through that offense. Rogers with the ball. Thought about a jumper, dumps it off to Osterling. Up with the left, can't finish.
Oh.
And Dinyar with the board. That was a nice play by Rogers to find the cutting Osterling, but he could not put it in with the left hand.
Boy, that sure was.
You know, Dave, that's one thing that you didn't do the game with me. My cousin Logan did the game with me, is that shot by Dinyar's missed. Talmadge with the board. But in that game, you know, the Wolves got tons of open looks underneath the hoop, and they just could not finish. Again, Osterling pump fake, and he's going to be blocked by Zmerek. And hanging in bounds right there, able to get it in.
That was a great job of hanging the ball inside.
And the 3-ball up and good. Big bucket right there by John Updike, the senior. As Updike makes it a 5-point lead for the Indians. (29-24), 2:26 left here in the first half. Talmadge going to pull a three. Can't answer. In there fighting for the board. That is Easton Barrett, and he is fouled on the way back up. So Barrett going to go to the free throw line. He'll have a couple shots coming.
That was one of those, he got the block, but just could not control the body to stop.
Yeah, any contact right there, especially if you swat down at the ball, I've noticed at the high school level.
Yeah, they're going to call it.
They're going to call that a foul more often than not. As Barrett gets the first to drop. 4-point lead now for the Indians. Second one up and good for Barrett. Successful trip to the line for Easton Barrett. He checks out right now. So a pretty high-scoring first half from the games that we've done here so far this year, Dave. It seems like the scoring usually picks up in the second half when we're here. Oh, wow, Osterling, what an anticipation. Smacks that ball away from Dinyar as he tried to go up with the offensive rebound. Put back a big block by Ezra Osterling. That's those volleyball springs right there, Dave. Ezra, a great volleyball player here at West Shamokin. Olinger underneath looking, kicks it out to Rogers. Rogers pull up at the elbow, too long. And Rogers has been a bit off here in the first half. And that one is buried for a triple. Colin Dinyar, the sophomore shooting guard, knocks down a big three. Pretty fast-moving game so far, Dave.
Yeah, it's been very fast. Not a lot of whistles.
32-26 right now, Conemaugh Township in front. I'd like to thank Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments, one of our great sponsors here for West Shamokin basketball. See Brian Meyer standing over there by the 50-50 raffle table. Thanks to Brian and the tremendous staff out there at Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments. And I just went over the website today. I kind of wanted to see if there was anything new that I could say to freshen it up. And I'll tell you what, they did some updating to the Monuments portion of the page. 3-ball up by Rogers in the corner, in and out. No good. Rebound scrapped for and on the line. Well, they get a timeout call. And a smart play right there.
Yeah, because I think the refs were just letting them play it out.
Well, I was kind of confused as to, oh boy. Man, sorry about the sneeze right there. That came out of nowhere. Steven Stango was down on the baseline right there, and I didn't know if he was touching the actual out-of-bounds line, but no call by the official, and waited for Stango to call the timeout, which he did. A smart play.
Yeah, when the whistle blew, I thought that's what he was calling.
So Stango gets the timeout. And with a 6-point lead, 40.4 seconds here in this first half that has flown, Dave.
Yeah, very quick.
I mean, maybe it was because we were scrambling trying to get that camera to connect, but I don't think there have been many whistles.
No, they're playing a pretty clean game, and the refs are letting them play, too.
Underneath, a nice finish once again by number 31. And that is Mason.
That's something you like to see in here, too. Refs just let them play. It's not getting dirty, but they're just letting them hammer it out.
Well, there has been plenty of contact under the hoop that has been let go. Oh, wow, wide open. Good look by Talmadge. He finds Olinger right before the buzzer. That's a big bucket for the Wolves to make it a 6-point game here at half. So that'll make it 34-28 as we head to the locker room. And Dave, I mean, it was a quick. I mean, they started, I'm going to say they started right at 7:15 on the dot.
Yeah, that's not even a half hour.
And it's 7:42 according to the computer's clock.
Wow.
And that's 27 minutes. I think the tip was right around 7:15, 7:16. Because I looked down because I'm like, oh, man, this camera.
It was pretty close.
And I'll tell you what, it was flying. Let's just let's check one more thing here that might give us a more accurate barometer. Yeah, the stream has been going, well, 22. And I think I started it right at the beginning. I think we were a little bit underway, and then the camera fritzed out again. But, yeah, you're looking 25 minutes, 27 minutes tops for a first half.
That's moving.
That is moving indeed.
Maybe the refs have somewhere to go tonight.
Dinner reservations.
Yeah.
So, Dave, West Shamokin right now, they've been doing a good job, I think, getting the ball inside, balancing their scoring. But it seems like Conemaugh Township has the answer. Every time the Wolves threaten to make a little run, it's either been Stango or Dinyar or Zamark underneath, making a play, getting a bucket to where they can keep West Shamokin at arm's length.
Yeah, they seem to be getting a little more productivity out of their rebounds than West Shamokin is. They're getting the ball underneath, putting it back up for the bucket. West Shamokin has had the opportunities there. They just can't seem to find that bucket.
Well, while we have a chance, since we didn't get a chance to do so in that lightning fast first half, let's thank some sponsors here on High Top Sports Network. Josh Rettengost and Dave Hartman with you. We'll be back for the second half.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
Everyone. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. We're here tonight at the Richard G. Snyder YMCA. T-Bone.
Woo! Guys, that's right. It's $5 Sushi Wednesday.
Produce sale. Bananas. 45 cents a pound.
Pork turkeys. You know why we're doing pork turkeys? We're doing a fundraiser.
The meat keeps on rolling, the hair is sprankled.
Yeah.
You know what day it is today. It is Sushi Wednesday. $5 sushi rolls today.
We're getting inspired. Come on, help me hashtag save me. And we're pumped up because we are less than 24 hours away from Camp Out for Community tomorrow.
Like and share, like and share. So like and share, like and share. Help spread the word. Just make sure you like and share.
We can't do what we do without you.
Come and see us.
We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us. Can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
In Ford City, talk to State Farm agent Ryan Bowser today.
Steffi's Country Catering prepares home-style made-from-scratch dishes that will have you convinced Mom made it. Whatever the occasion, Steffi's Country Catering will have you coming back for every event year-round. Find us on Facebook to place an order or to see our Sunday specials, or call 724-54-85047.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengust and Dave Hartman here with you. Dave, a quick moving first half. I feel like halftime has taken longer already.
Yeah, it feels like it. It really feels like it.
Yeah. Excuse me. You know, the Wolves, they can play that transition game. Obviously, Conemaugh Township, you could see there in the first half, they were content to get that defensive rebound and look up the court, turn it up the court, and start moving as quickly as they could to push the ball the other way and you know, force the defense to get back. West Shamokin is actually good at playing that type of game, and I feel like the Wolves got high percentage looks. There were just a couple of instances, notably that one where Rogers dropped off a nice pass to Ezra Osterling for a wide open layup that he couldn't convert. You know, those are the shots you got to knock down to beat a team like Conemaugh Township.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a great pass underneath. It's unfortunate for him because I don't know if he thought about it too long or what, but he was wide open under the net. And like you said, you've got to make those shots.
Well, I will tell you from experience that being that wide open is sometimes not the best.
Yeah.
Not that Ezra had too much time to think about it because he was cutting and it was a layup. But, I mean, when you go up and there's no one there under the hoop, sometimes you could get a little jittery. And I've done it before. I've done it in games where it's like you don't expect to be that wide open in the paint.
No, especially as tight a defense as Conemaugh has been playing on them tonight. Been a lot of, like you said earlier, not violent, but a little rough underneath it with no calls.
Yeah, a lot of contact. I feel like the refs have been letting go, and sometimes you like to see that, especially whenever it's not favoring one team or the other. If both teams are in there banging away and the whistles are not being blown, that's good. When it starts to favor one team over another, that's whenever you start to get a little skeptical about it. But I thought the refs did a good job in letting them play in that first half.
Yeah, they really did. They did a great job, and like you said, it was both ways. It wasn't nobody was getting nasty about anything. They were just playing good, hard basketball.
Well, that's what we like to see here on High Top Sports Network, good, hard basketball. No broadcasts on the network tomorrow night, Thursday, but a full house on Friday. Armstrong boys and girls in action, Kiski boys in action as well. Those are on the schedule, so make sure to tune in Friday. Should be a big night for high school hoops here on High Top Sports Network. Thanks again to Schulteis Roofing Incorporated, tonight's scoreboard sponsor. And, of course, Carson Boyer Funeral Homes and Monuments. Thanks also to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley. And thanks to Nicola Ann Photography. She did all of the photos down there. You can see the banners once the camera pans down that way.
Yeah, I got to check out the banners the last game we did together out here. There's some really nice banners.
You know, we were down at Fox Chapel last night, and they had their banners up, you know, for their senior players and senior cheerleaders, and I was looking at the graphics, and I mean, look, if you're doing that for a living, you obviously have skill and talent, but I looked at their banners and in my mind compared them to what Nicola Ann does for these teams in our area, and I mean, it's just, she really has a knack of, you know, finding what suits not just the colors, but like, you know, you got the logo in the background, you got a graphic with an enlarged logo. You got colors. You got 2 photos in there on these banners, which I really like a lot. You know, you get the, it's just, you feel like there's a lot going on, but it's just the right amount when you look at them, and that just goes to show you her eye. Not only does she do sports teams, you know, she does senior class photos, newborn photos, studio locations in Katanning and Lawrenceville, so check her out. Nicola Ann Photography, NIKKALAANNE. You can find her on Facebook and online, nicolaannphotography.com. 3-ball up to start the second half. An offensive rebound and a putback. And that was kind of the story in the first half, Dave.
Yep.
Conemaugh Township.
They're picking up right where they left off.
On the glass there doing work. And that was Dinyar putting it back for the offensive rebound. Excuse me, I keep messing him. I keep getting him. They have a 0, but he's not on. So I keep mixing up Updike and Dinyar, so my apologies. That bucket to Updike. And he's got 9. 3-ball from Talmadge. That's cash. Alex Talmadge from the wing. That's his spot.
That was a pretty shot, too.
Big 3-ball there for Talmadge. And he is up to 10 points to lead the Wolves tonight. So it is 36-31. And make it 38-31. Another bucket in close by the Indians. And they have certainly kept their foot on the gas here in the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, West Shamokin just seems to be leaving the baseline open a little too much here.
Ball inside to Osterling. Little jumper in close. No good. Rebounded. Olinger kicks it. Travis Johns passes on a 3. Rogers pull up. Elbow. No good. And Osterling in there fighting, but out of there with it is Updike. Updike crosses up Johns, kicks it out. Swinging across, and now back into their offense are the Indians. West Shamokin in that zone. 3-ball up, and it's good. Another big triple beating the zone once again. And that was number 13, Brennan Lohr. So 41 points already. Nearly a turnover right there. Now a 10-point lead for Conemaugh Township, their biggest of the game. Talmadge dribbling with it in the corner. Oh, man, this Max Preps keeps running. Can you hear that, Dave? Those weird...
Yeah, the commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I have the roster open here on Max Preps for Conemaugh Township. And if you know anything about Max Preps, you know they put those pop-up ads in. Yikes.
Yeah, and they were exceptionally loud.
Yes, they were. Another deep 3-ball there by Lohr. No good. Johns. Ooh, Lohr got a hand in there. That could have been a foul call right there, trying to reach in to pop that ball away from Johns, but nothing called by the refs. Oh, Osterling blocked. Underneath, goes up with the left hand, but Zarmick there with the block. And a bucket there leads to West Shamokin head coach Judd McCullough calling a full timeout.
We lost the camera.
Well, perfect timing for the camera to go out there on the timeout. Let's hope it stays with us again there.
Just in time to catch a cheer ninja.
Yeah, a cheer ninja. I like that. Well, the Wolves now down 12. And coming out of that break, boy, seemed like Conemaugh Township said, hey, we got a little bit of a lead right now. Let's open it up. And they have done just that.
Boy, they sure have. They put their boot on the pedal instead of their shoe.
Yeah. And you know what it is they're beating that zone. They're rotating around quickly. Lohr had a 3 that was pretty wide open. I mean, it was a deep shot, but pretty wide open against that zone. And then also Updike a 3 to beat that zone. So, I mean, that's what coaches always tell you. The way to beat a zone is to outshoot it. And that is what Conemaugh Township is doing right now. Let's see if Coach McCullough has any defensive adjustments coming out of that full timeout.
That timeout almost felt longer than the whole first half.
I know. Well, this third quarter cruising right along. We're almost halfway through it.
Yeah.
And a bucket out of the timeout. A nice play drawn up by Coach McCullough. Get a very important couple of points right there. And you saw a little three-quarters court pressure, but Dinyar able to get to the rack and score. Quick answer again by the Indians, and they've been doing a good job of that all night, Dave.
Yeah, it's been back and forth a lot. They answer almost every shot.
Lazy pass right there by Rogers, picked off and taken to the hoop the other way. Make it 47-33, lead up to 14 now. And picking that one off was Steven Stango. Underneath, Johns will finish with the finger roll. But right now, Dave, you can't get into a track meet where you're matching buckets down 14.
No, not at all.
Or down 12, excuse me.
Especially when, like Conemaugh has been doing such a great job underneath on the offensive board.
And that ball sailed inside. I think might have been a backdoor try there for Updike. Lore kind of lobbed it up, and Updike was cut off a little bit right there, so that ball goes out of bounds. Turnover, and that's pretty rare tonight. You haven't seen Conemaugh Township make many mistakes.
No, you really haven't. They've played a very nice, clean game. We've had very few fouls on either team tonight, too.
Well, there are none so far, about 5 minutes in to this third quarter. And I think total in the first half, there might have only been 5. Talmadge misses a 3. Offensive rebound. Osterling kicks it to Rogers. 3-ball up and good. And that's the one BR needed right there. You got to get him going if you're going to make a comeback. A big 3, a turnover right there. Here's Osterling, dumps it off for Rogers. Tough shot, got it. And 5 quick points bring the Wolves to within 7. And that defensive pressure getting to the Indians there on that last possession. Rogers with all 5 of those points. Look at the scoreboard. Rogers now is up to that ball off. That ball tipped and goes out of bounds. And, oh boy.
Yeah, that was the right call.
Well, Dave agrees with Chuck Glasser, so.
Yeah, he will.
It is Officials Appreciation Week, and Dave is appreciating the officials. I was going to say appreciating the officiating, but that one tied my tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
3-ball up. No good. Good box out there by Barrett, but going around him.
Draws the foul.
Yeah, Barrett tried to get position. It looked like he had it for a split second there.
That was a great attempt, though.
On Dinyar, but he comes around and gets the offensive rebound. And going up, Colin Dinyar was fouled. And that was Barrett's second. First one up and good. Dinyar's free throw now makes it an 8-point game. And Dinyar nails the second, 2 for 2 from the line, and as you can see, with
puts
it,
him up to 10 points tonight.
Yeah, look at that scoreboard over there. You got 11 for Updike, or excuse me, 11 for Dinyar, 10 for Updike. Then you got 9 for Lore, 12 for Zamark. I've said his name differently about 7 times. Turnover. There's a lot of consonants and only one vowel. So I'm just taking guesses at the big man. Oh, nice little move there.
Wow,
The step back. Dirk Nowitzki-esque by Updike there on the 1 foot. And he makes it 51-40, that lead back up to 11. So Shamokin had it down to 7. Corner, Johns passes on a 3. Talmadge getting into the lane. Talmadge kicks it out. Olinger passes on it. Johns 3-ball up from the wing. It's good. More toward the corner there than the wing, but a big shot by Travis Johns, and he's fighting for a turnover. And in trouble right there, John's quick hands. And he's going to tie it up. And that ball will be to the Wolves.
Oh, he was trying so hard to call that timeout, too.
Well, John's getting those hands in there, quick hands. And just some crazy-looking sneakers on that young man, but they are working some magic right now.
Yes, they are.
Talmadge in and up, and it sticks! Alex Talmadge looking for that three-point play. And the Wolves have it down to 6 right now. Talmadge a chance to make it a 5-point deficit. 1:04 left here in the third quarter.
Getting a pretty good mixture of scoring on West Shamokin's side as well.
Well, Talmadge drops in the free throw. Now a 5-point game. Pressure again. West Shamokin bench wanted to walk. Nice look by Updike. Underneath finds Dinyar for a bucket.
That's the problem with pressure in the backcourt like that.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't a very wide open lane there that Updike threw into, but just a nice no-look by an experienced player. Olinger gets it over to Rogers. Pull up. Just off front rim. It bounces out and rebounded. Buys the mark. And so now Updike will walk it up the court. 20 seconds left here. Content to hold for the last shot are the Indians. 7-point advantage on the scoreboard. And a high percentage look, no good. BR comes out of there with it. 8 seconds left. It's popped away from him from behind. Indians trying to score. They turn it over, looking for Olinger, and he scraps with Updike. And
oh, the camera went out.
Well, Updike was coming off there gingerly like he had rolled an ankle maybe.
Sorry, folks. We're having a little issue here.
Oh, they're aware of it. They get to see the multicolored bars come up. And we're back.
We're good.
Just in time for the West Shamokin cheerleaders, who, we sit on this side of the court. They don't face us. And they do their routine toward the, home bleachers there. But we always like to stick around for the cheerleaders and the band, of course. The other night at Armstrong, they had the pep band in the house.
Oh, wow. You don't see that very often
No,
anymore.
for that big win for the boys. Oh, excuse me. It was for actually a big section win for the girls over Hampton. And they had the pep band in the house. Playing a tried and true staple of pep bands, the horse. Do you know the horse, Dave? Ba-na-na-na. Dun-dun-na-na-na.
I probably do.
The horse. That is a song that I've heard thousands of times and just recently found out what the name was.
Oh. Yeah, I would have never known what it was. Till you said the horse.
It's called The Horse.
Huh. I learned something new today.
Yes, you did. Anytime you hear it, you'll know it's The Horse.
The horse. That's exactly right. A little bit of trivia there.
All right, fourth quarter underway. Conemaugh Township up by 7. And that ball comes up. Updike. That one's off his knee and out of bounds. Updike disagrees with the call, but it was the right call by Chuck Glasser, the longtime, well-tenured official. He's so old that he has refereed games that I played in and games that Joe Rhodes played in. Still out there doing it today.
Wow.
3 ball up top of the key, in and out, no good. Rogers flying in, but can't get the rebound. Updike out of there with it. And Updike pushes it up the court. Loses Olinger, and he's got a man wide open. That's Dinyar. And a bucket there for the Indians.
Leading scorer with 14 points.
Yeah, he's having a nice game. And a turnover in the corner there by the Wolves, and here's where you don't want to be fighting out of those holes that they did in the third quarter, Dave.
No. No, Conemaugh seems to be a little more content to slow the pace down here in the fourth.
Well, right as you say that, Updike takes it to the rack.
He takes off.
And it's going to be a foul on Braden Rogers.
He must have heard me. He wanted to make a liar out of me.
He said, watch this, Dave.
Yeah, exactly.
So Updike at the line. He's got 13 points tonight. First one up and good for the senior. Second one by Updike is nothing net. 2 points there for the Indians, and they extend their lead now to 11. 57-46, 6:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Oh, man, that pass was supposed to be a swing, and Updike picked it off and took it the distance for the layup.
He saw that one coming a mile away.
Well, Olinger, I think, thought about swinging it and then saw an open man at the top of the key, too, and kind of got caught in between. And a full timeout taken by Coach McCullough. So we're going to take a timeout here and thank one of our great sponsors on High Top Sports Network, Armstrong Indoor Athletics.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
Come on, guys.
Welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Dave and I discussing the horse during that commercial break, and he said, next Armstrong game we do, watch, there won't be a band. And I say, hey, you'll just get to hear me sing it over and over. And he was thrilled with that, weren't you, Dave?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We'll have to get Jake Canish to add it to his music selection.
Oh, man, I don't know. That thing is so old that it's set in concrete. But having the band, I will say, during that game was a nice change-up. So, you know, during the breaks, the band would play. Didn't have to go to the audio sound system there for the Mr. Kanish playlist.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, Jake did a nice job yesterday for us, keeping us informed of everything. As Rogers cuts in, is blocked right there by Dinyar on his way to the hoop. A lot of contact there, but no call. But I will give Mr. Canish a lot of credit yesterday. He kept us well informed of everything that was going on. There was a leak in the roof of the gym there, and they switched. First, they were going to cancel the games. Rogers pull-up, no good. Rebounded by Dinyar and push it ahead. There's Lohr. He's got some arc underneath, but off the fingertips and out of bounds. So that was a good closeout by Jude Olinger underneath there. That pass a little bit high, and Zamark had to kind of feel where Olinger was going to be and also try to keep his eye on that ball. It goes out of bounds. 13-point lead for Conemaugh Township. Wolves got to make something happen here. These possessions are getting fewer as the clock ticks off. And we have 5:36 left here in the fourth quarter. But Mr. Canish let us know first the game was going to be canceled. Then they got in touch with Fox Chapel, able to switch it around, get us down to Fox Chapel, even called Fox Chapel AD Mike O'Brien for us, though I had called him as well. Talmadge up, tough shot, had to hang and kind of contort his body there to try and get that one up over the extension of Dinyar. And we got down there. And, of course, Fox Chapel always very accommodating to us here at High Top. Pull up by Updike, short, no good. Johns. Oh, he tipped it out and couldn't run it down. So everything went as smoothly as possible on a pretty cruddy day out there, winter weather-wise, Dave.
Yeah,
Didn't know there was going to be 6 inches of snow whenever I woke up. Talmadge nearly a steal on the inbound. I said to my mother, I said, was there supposed to be snow? She said they weren't calling for it.
That's why we got it.
I said, well, I wish I might. Oh, that's a carry, no call. And up, no good. Osterling in there battling for it with Dinyar, but that looked like a major carry by Lohr as he was
it sure did.
bringing the ball around there, but no call. I mean, that ball was up here, and then he turned it over, and, I mean, that's the definition of a carry.
That's one call you don't see very often.
I've seen a couple this year, but, yeah, you're right, Dave. I mean, it's kind of like the travel nowadays where, you know, guys and girls, it happens in both the boys and the girls' games, that they're shuffling those feet when they catch the ball.
Yeah, it's funny. The Armstrong game I did with Joe last week or whatever, we were talking about that too. It's turning into NBA style.
Yeah.
They're doing a little continuation fouls and that extra half step.
Yeah, and as Joe will tell you, he's not a fan.
No, I'm not either. I was total agreement with him there.
Well, it seems like, you know, we always call it old man yells at cloud. It's up with the left hand. Updike, no good. Offensive rebound. And a foul on the way back up. So Mark. Oh, the camera.
Uh-oh.
And it's coming back. Will it come back? Yep, it's up.
All right.
And good there on the first attempt. Make it 62-46. Wolves now down 16. 4:21 left here in this Heritage Conference matchup.
Sorry to everyone out there if the picture's just a little bit crooked. I'm afraid to move it.
Dave, they can. I think that they're good with that, just as long as the picture stays on.
I'm afraid to adjust it.
Very sensitive there on that.
What we went through to get it going.
Yeah, I was summoning every deity and holy figure I could think of to try and get it back up, but we got her on. So the Wolves down 16, 4 minutes left. And Alex Talmadge takes it in. Oh, and Talmadge and Braden Rogers both go back rim. Talmadge made a great move to get free in the lane right there, and his shot just hit the back rim, but Rogers was following it, and his putback hit the back rim, so no love right there for the Wolves. And Conemaugh Township now taking their time with this possession as we are at 3.5 minutes left in regulation. Dinyar has 16, and Lohr going to pull it way long. Misses. Rogers with the rebound. Here's Talmadge push it up court. 3:18 left. Rogers 3-ball up and no good. Just missed. Klanowski and Barrett were both in there trying to scrap for that rebound, and right now I'm going to see if Coach McCullough starts fouling, but I don't know who you'd put on the line here for Conemaugh Township. You know, the new
got pretty consistent shooting the whole way around here.
You know, that game against United where West Shamokin missed a ton of high percentage shots. You know, Coach McCullough actually did that strategically where he started to foul. You know, probably 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, because with the new rule, it's 5. Oh, that pass was right on the money by Dinyar, but through the hands of his teammate. Turnover there, so the Wolves have the ball. Spin move. Barrett knocked over, looking for a foul. Klanowski rejected underneath, no call. Talmadge up, no good, rebounded.
That one, I think there could have been a call on. He did kind of go over the back of him.
Well, there were a couple of instances on that particular.
They're just letting everything go now.
Yeah, I mean, holy man. That was kind of rough. 2 minutes left in regulation. Dave, this game's not even going to take an hour, if you can believe it.
Wow.
Underneath, and they're going to just pull it out. But what I was saying was against United, Coach McCullough, and the shot up and good right there, make it 64-46 in favor of Conemaugh Township. And West Shamokin will just be trying to cut it a little bit closer right now. Nearly a turnover. Talmadge goes to the hoop, blocked away with 1:23 left. So to finish the point that I've started 3 times, he used that roll. and got United to the line early. But again, United, as with Conemaugh Township, very well coached, disciplined team. It's like, who do you put on the line? They can all make it.
Yeah.
Talmadge baseline goes up with the reverse and can't finish. The rebound hauled in by Conemaugh Township, and we are approaching 60 seconds left in regulation. An unbelievably quick game.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is one of the faster games I've seen in a long time.
It honestly feels like a practice scrimmage. That's how fast it's going. But at least in those, your coaches will stop you and say, hey, try to run that play again or do this.
Yeah, and it's not like it's been a complete blowout the whole game either.
No, it was a 6-point game, I believe, at halftime.
It's been very close. I mean, West Shamokin was hanging with them most of the game, and then Conemaugh just said, okay, we're done.
Well, underneath, as Updike finds Zamark. And that'll make it 66-46. 20-point advantage for the Indians. Final 15 seconds of play here. Rogers pull up at the free throw line. It's good. So BR now with 14 to lead the Wolves. And
that'll do it.
Lore will dribble out the clock. And that'll be a final here at West Shamokin. 66-48 in a game that took about 56 minutes, Dave.
Wow. That's incredible.
I've often commented on volleyball matches, here in this gym, mind you, of a volleyball match finishing in under an hour. It's pretty impressive. Hard to do. West Shamokin's done it a couple of times. Armstrong's done it a couple of times. Freeport's done it numerous times that I've covered them. But a basketball game to finish in under an hour, that's something else.
Yeah, normally I know for myself, complaining that there needs to be a shot clock.
Yeah.
To speed things up a little bit. You wouldn't have needed one tonight.
No shot clock needed this evening. As Conemaugh Township takes care of business, they will rise to 11-2 on the season. West Shamokin falls to 8-6 with this loss. And I kind of feel like the Wolves do right now, kind of blindsided. That game, it was close. Numerous points in this game. They got it down to 4 points, 6 points at halftime. Pretty close. But boy, oh boy, in the second half, Conemaugh Township did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Really,
they missed very few shots.
They didn't turn the ball over either, Dave, and I think that's one thing that was helping the Wolves there whenever Coach McCullough kind of switched the defensive alignment. They got some turnovers off that pressure.
Yeah.
But once Conemaugh Township figured out a way to break that press, it ended up in more, transition buckets for them than it did turnovers.
Yeah. And Conemaugh was doing such a great job underneath with it, especially on the offensive glass.
Yeah, just a fine effort tonight by the Indians. A clean game for the most part. We mentioned a couple of times a lot of contact that wasn't called, but it was both ways.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was evenly
the
called.
Were very consistent.
Evenly called for sure. Even though you look at the fourth quarter there, 3 fouls for West Shamokin, 0 for the Indians. But I mean, that doesn't tell the tale. I'd like to go down and look at the book and just see how many total fouls there were in the game, because there were not very many.
No, I was rough guessing. I would say less than 15.
Oh yeah,
total.
I'm figuring maybe 4 at the most in a quarter, I think is what I saw. So you're looking at around 10, maybe 10, 12, somewhere in that area. But a tough night for the Wolves. I mean, they did some things well. They had open looks, they had open shots, and they weren't knocking them down. Give credit to Conemaugh Township not giving the Wolves many second opportunities there on the offensive glass. And they were able to pretty much, hey, if the ball didn't go in, they were getting the rebound. There were a couple second chance looks that I think the Wolves will see on film that they would have wanted to be able to convert, but that wasn't, a big turning point in the game. I think Conemaugh Township did a great job rebounding.
Yeah, they did. They did an exceptional job. At both ends of the court, really.
All right, well, recapping the final score here, Conemaugh Township Indians 66, West Shamokin Wolves 48, Conemaugh Township now 11-2 on the year. Wolves now 8-5 on the season. As I mentioned, no broadcasts on the network tomorrow, but on Friday we've got a hoops triple header: Armstrong boys, Armstrong girls, and Kiski boys. So make sure you tune in Friday night. Thanks again to our great sponsors: Armstrong Indoor Athletics, Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments, Schulteis Roofing Incorporated, and Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley. For Dave Hartman, my name is Josh Reckengast. Thanks to all of you out there for tuning in. We appreciate you spending at least an hour of your evening with us tonight. What do you think, Dave? I mean, that's got to be a record. I'm going to have to go back and sift through some broadcasts. But
going to spend almost as much time driving back and forth as the game took.
No, not a false statement there, my man. But we will catch you Friday night on the network. You can find us on social media. Facebook, you can just search High Top Sports. On X, formerly known as Twitter, at @hightop_sports. We have an Instagram. I think it's at High Top Sports Network. And, of course, the website, hightopsportsnetwork.com. If you or anybody you know would like to sponsor our coverage of high school athletics here in Western Pennsylvania or beyond, hey, I don't know if you're watching in Florida, let us know. We'll slick you up with a setup. We'll get something going. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Dave Hartman and the entire High Top Sports Network team, my name is Josh Reckengast, wishing you a wonderful